SS and the Gestapo were located at the very center of Berlin, the capital of the Reich.
However, after the defeat of Nazi Germany and the end of the Second World War in May 1945, that fact was eventually forgotten. The buildings on the site between Anhalter Bahnhof and Wilhelmstrasse had largely been destroyed during the war. The terrain was now on the edge of West Berlin. After 1961, the Berlin Wall ran along what had formerly been Prinz-Albrecht-Straße. Not until the beginning of the 1980s did concerned citizens become aware of the history of the site and demand that a memorial be built.
Excavations soon exposed the foundation walls of the ruined buildings, including the Gestapo central headquarters at Prinz-Albrecht-Straße 8. In 1987, as part of its celebration of the 750th anniversary of the city of Berlin, West Berlin opened the first exhibition about the site in its now exposed cellar rooms. It documented the history of the site and of the organizations it had housed. The exhibition has since then been visited by several million visitors from Germany and abroad.
In 2010, after a long period of planning and construction, the new Topography of Terror building with its new exhibition was finally opened. A special library in the lower level is available to serve visitors to the exhibition and scholars researching this history.
In 1933, Adolf Hitler, the leader of the anti-democratic and anti-Semitic so-called National Socialist German Workers' Party, the Nazi Party, established a dictatorship in Germany with the aid of conservative forces. The major supporting structures for this dictatorship were the Nazi Party's protection squad, the SS, and the newly created secret state police, the Gestapo. Both were under the command of the Reich SS leader Heinrich Himmler. The headquarters of the Gestapo was the secret state police office at Prinz-Albrecht-Straße 8. Himmler rapidly gained control over the entire police apparatus. In 1936, he was appointed chief of the German police. All uniformed police forces in the country were now under his control and were designated the Order Police. He then combined the Gestapo and the Criminal Investigation Police into the so-called Security Police, ZIPO. Since 1934, all concentration camps with their SS Guard units had already been under Himmler's command. And in 1939, he also founded his own military force, the Waffen-SS, Armed SS.
Also in 1939 came the merger of the State Security Police and the Nazi Party's intelligence service, the Security Service SD, under the Reich Security Main Office, the Reichssicherheitshauptamt, RSHA, headed by Reinhard Heydrich. The SS and the police were increasingly intertwined. The leadership in the RSHA included, along with Himmler and Heydrich, Criminal Investigation Police Chief Arthur Nebe, Gestapo Chief Heinrich Müller, Domestic Secret Service Chief Otto Ohlendorf, and after 1943, Ernst Kaltenbrunner as Heydrich's successor. Adolf Eichmann was a section head responsible for the deportation of the European Jews to the extermination camps.
From their Berlin central headquarters, the Gestapo and the Criminal Investigation Police initially organized the persecution of their domestic opponents and their imprisonment in concentration camps. Communists, Social Democrats, and moderates. Then also Jews, Sinti, and Roma, Jehovah's Witnesses, homosexuals, and alleged asocial elements were tracked down and persecuted. After the outbreak of the Second World War, special mobile units, the Einsatzgruppen of the RSHA, murdered political opponents and Jews in Poland and in the Soviet Union. Himmler dispatched superior SS and police leaders, overall commanders and commanders of the security police to the countries occupied by Germany, who terrorized the people there, drove millions from their homes, and shot tens of thousands of partisans. In the extermination camps, the SS murdered millions of European Jews. Units of both the police and the Waffen-SS participated in these terrible crimes.
This exhibition will show you the crimes which were ordered and organized from here, how the murderous apparatus of the SS, the Gestapo, and the RSHA operated, and who the perpetrators were.
It says